Welcome, everybody, to a late Steeler Dynasty Podcast Aftermath Friday Night Lights. Hopefully, my voice is not bad because I was screaming in some videos that I got down there. I got a whole bunch. I think they'll be entertaining, and hopefully to get them out here and put them on the Steeler Dynasty Podcast YouTube channel. We have hit 100 subscribers. Thank you so much, everybody. So I appreciate it, and I do appreciate it. So it was hot down there. It was super hot. I bet you I had to park. I took my sister down, and I had to park probably, I'd say a half a mile away. The furthest I've ever parked going to Friday Night Lights in my entire life. It was crazy. It was, I got a late start because I thought it was going to rain. And I gambled. It did not rain. It was hotter than hell. It was so hot. Oh, it was crazy. So, yeah, I got this live on Facebook, all social media right now. If you guys have any questions, like I said, I'm going to talk about the aftermath. There was a lot of people there, a lot of people. Hello. Yeah, thanks, guys, for showing up. Thank you. Yes, there must have been, on the one side in Latrobe, I bet you there was probably 6,000 people on one side. Hello, Ralph Williams, Sports Corner's finest. It was super hot. It was $10 to get in. So I had to go through Ticketmaster, which they weren't taking money. They were taking everything through Ticketmaster, which I totally forgot. So I paid for me and my sister. My sister walked the whole way around, and I think she got some cool pictures. She'll give them to me here later. But I do got a lot of videos. I have like maybe 15-second clips, a minute clips, shorts for the channel. I got when all the players were coming out, going to the bus. I got Omar Khan to give a shout out to Steeler Nation Australia. I'm plugging Mark more and more. Sometimes my words get real frustrated. They're getting harder to say sometimes when you're trying to talk to these guys real quick. I got Marvell Smith. A lot of Steelers, when I asked them, like to hear your definition. Oh, hey, how you doing? All right. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah. I was right by the fence. Yeah, it was cool. It was real cool. Awesome. Was you the gentleman that had the daughters and we talked a little wrestling? You know, hey, Mark from Steeler Nation's in the house. Thank you so much. Congratulations to 100. Yeah, Devil, I was yelling at him on the bus, and he was yelling back, and he said, I'm going to kill him. So, and they were actually laughing. Like, some players on the bus were actually laughing, and my sister was laughing at me because I'm like, Mark challenges you in pickleball, because my voice is scratchy because I'm yelling by the gate, and I'm pointing. And, he got up out of his seat and started pointing at me. So, yeah, I'm happy on the 100. It's a slow, tedious process switching from the Triple B experience to the Dynasty podcast. So I appreciate everybody for subscribing. I know Wednesday's show, Shane was down at Oscars down at Myrtle Beach, going live, asking and talking to some Steeler fans down there, watching one of my favorite talk radio. I don't think I've ever seen that, Ralph. Never seen it. So, from what I saw tonight, Russell Wilson, threw the ball, was in pads. I looked a lot at Zach Frazier in the offensive line schemes. I took some videos of that. I actually asked Zach Frazier, what's his definition of being a Pittsburgh Steeler? And that is the hardest question that a lot of Steelers can't come up with the answers. Some of them did, and I'll put that on the shorts on the channel, but a lot of them didn't. And I don't know, maybe if I stunned them or stumped them or whatever. I have no idea. But I know, walking back to my car, my sister was like a mile ahead of me, and I'm like, Jesus, I bet you I shed 20 pounds of water weight. I just went to Burger King and got myself a Whopper at 11 o'clock at night. And wow, let me tell you. So it's crazy. I like the atmosphere. Mr. Rooney came by. I got a little video with him. It's right there. Gotcha. Okay. Yep, I remember, brother. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully, you're interested, and hopefully I entertain you. We go live every Wednesday night with my co-host Shane Stodmiller, special field correspondent, yes, absolutely right. The offense did dominate. But also, too, I think, TJ was around, picking kids up, signing autographs. Thank you. Your channel's doing good, brother. Oh, hey, Steve. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Mr. Steve Schatz is recovering. A good buddy of mine is recovering from a bad concussion he got, and he's been taking it easy. So I appreciate you, Steve, jumping on here, because I know with the concussions that I had in my life, they're very traumatic, and I appreciate you. Just sometimes it's good to listen, because I know you can't watch a lot of stuff. I can't do fireworks, and I cannot do 3D movies because I took 4 blows to the temple at my lovely job. So, well, I don't think the defense will be anemic, dear. I just think they were doing a lot of linebacker drills, and it was kind of hard to see, and they were getting there was a lot of intensity over there when they were doing the drills. But I was more focusing on the linemen, the defensive linemen. Like, some of the defensive linemen were getting their asses beat by the offensive linemen in their drills. So okay. It's called the Triple B Experience, where I talk wrestling, and also I have a show coming up August 24th in Johnstown, right here. It's called Uncharted Waters, the Allied Powers Wrestling Federation. We have 2-time WWE Tag Team Champion Henry Godwin, and then the main event is Big Time Bill Collier versus NWA superstar Spencer Slade. And it's called my company's called the Allied Powers Wrestling Federation. You can check it www.apwfwrestling.com. Steve says slower, getting better. Just want to say, hey, I appreciate you too, Steve. Anything you need, brother, you need to talk, because I know due to having my concussions, I got a little bit more emotional. So a little bit more of emotional. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, the defense will hit when it counts. Oh, I agree. And then we signed, Marcus Golden, because I know Mark talked about it on Steeler Nation Australia. When I'm trying to yell at Steelers and trying to get that out, that's the hardest thing to say so fast, and then put your name into it. Paul, thanks for tuning in. Paul from Black Ridge. I know they had a big show tonight. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes. You're actually right, Kenny. This is the gentleman that I was yelling to get the pickleball. This is Mark from Steelers Nation Australia, one of the most positive Steeler podcasters out there, Eric Kenny. If you subscribe to his channel, he goes all the time. Matter of fact, hey, I might bring him on right now. I know he might be sleeping, but hey, you never know. So, and I'm going to try to bring him on. I'm going to send you a link, brother. I'll send you a link. I heard, hey, cool. They rocked Blairsville, Ohio tomorrow night, Paul says. Yeah. And actually, Mark from Steeler Nation Australia has like 2,500 subscribers. So, I mean, it's a good channel. I'm sending him a link. Maybe he'll come on. I think it's Saturday over there already. But we shall see and go from there. We'll see if he comes on. Oh, he's having lunch, unfortunately. He might be at work. He just got home. I understand. I had supper at Burger King. I had to wolf down a Oreo, a milkshake, and a Whopper. Oh, I'm telling you, Devil, he got up out of his seat and he was pointing at me. And Eric Kelly can tell you. I'm telling you. Eric Kenny can tell you he was pointing, and I was yelling. That's why I'm losing my voice. Robert, thanks for tuning in. Oh, you're eating a chicken burger. I wish, yeah. That's okay, brother. It's okay. You're a busy dude, man. You're busy. I never thought I was going to do this at Friday night at 12:30. You know what I mean? I'm starting to act like you. You're just throwing stuff up there live. You get 35 people watching you. No, Ralph, I do not rule. I just try to help everybody out. I just want this podcast to be successful. I would love to do this full time. I would love to do the wrestling full time, and I would love to do the experience thing full time. It's very, very hard. Oh, I know. And I was telling him too. I'm telling you, I got like 8 minutes. 8 minutes. It was like 8 to 10 minutes because I cut two videos because they had 10 minutes to go on the clock. And also I was going to try to get on the field, but this year's security was very, very tough. My sister went the whole way around. And like I said, we parked in the Latrobe High School parking lot. And I know it was like a half a mile away. It was the longest we got there about like a little after 6. I left Indiana, Pennsylvania, and picked her up because my buddy couldn't go because he thought it was going to rain. And yeah, I mean, I got some videos. I got videos with Max Starks. When they all came by, I tried everybody. Justin Fields, Queen was by. I mean, it's 8 or 10 minutes of those guys just walking to the bus. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, dear. I'm going to be doing a live show Friday, but you'll be at the game. So that'll be awesome. Chris, thanks for tuning in. Paul says, stay consistent. Success doesn't. No, thanks. Congratulate me on the silver award, which we actually in Indiana County. See, Afton, see ya. Got to get Johnson on too. Yeah. Max Starks is cool. I caught him coming out of the pisser. Yeah, because they have Latrobe. They had. Oh, thanks, Kenny. Thank you so much. You gotta meet my co-host Shane, special field correspondent. He's on vacation. I'm on all the time. If you go live, we have the Triple B Experience has a Facebook page. The Steeler Dynasty Podcast has a Facebook page. I have 2 YouTube channels. Like I said when I was talking to you, I have two channels and a wrestling company. So I mean, I try. You know, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Well, your show's pretty good too while you're eating your chicken burger. Yeah, and I just figured I'd come on. You know what I mean? Like I gotta have to do all these videos. Like, let me count the videos. I'm gonna count the way because I'm gonna send you the one where I'm talking shit to 46 on the bus, and then you can edit that and then add that, and then I have so many. I have how long? Dude, I'm good, brother. Eat your sandwich. I'm good. I got one's 14 minutes and 53 seconds. One's like 1 second. I don't know what the hell that one's about. Another one's almost 9 minutes. 20 seconds, I got Max Starks coming out of the pisser. 4 seconds, I got Max Starks coming. I I think I tried to get something with Queen and Pat Fryermuth standing on the sidelines. That's 24 seconds. I got 17, 18, 14, 57. I got 23. I'm blurry. Well, my phone, yeah, it was like a couple percent. Okay, just take your time. 48 seconds, 19. I took some pictures of the crowd. I sent you that. Here's the Omar Khan one.
Shout out to Mark from Steelers Nation, Australia. Big podcaster in Australia. Thanks for the support. Yeah, God bless you, brother. I'm sending it to him right now. Thanks for the support.
That's right. That's the one I sent to Mark.
Shout out to Mark from Steelers Nation, Australia. Big podcaster in Australia. Thanks for the support.
There you go. Thanks for the support. I try. That's the one I sent you. I got 46. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of stuff to do. So I mean, it's good. It won't take me that long to do shorts because I did it Sunday. No, that was Max Starks that I was stalking at the pisser. I tell you what, Tom, because Latrobe had a bathroom, in the middle of the stadium. So I had to go to the bathroom. So I walked in and it was like they had catering in the bathroom underneath the Latrobe seats. And I was like, I wasn't supposed to be there. And honestly, they had a gentleman with his two little girls. And I'm like, oh, shit, I got to go. You know what I mean? Like he was taking them to the bathroom. And I seen food to the left-hand side because that's where all the Steelers are going. So I just stood right there because the Latrobe security would just open up and then some people would go by. And I was hoping for, on the other side, Broderick Jones went to the, he went there and he kept his pads on. So that's the biggest thing that I had issues with from Sunday when they take their pads off. It's so hard, you know what I mean? But I try to do the best I can because back in the day, they used to give you a whole giant pamphlet of players and numbers. I think they probably do that with their phone. There was lines for the fucking ice cream like a mile long. And I know that 50-50 was probably like $5,000 because it was $10 to get in. So I could only imagine Latrobe High School football or the sports program. I bet you they made 15 or 20. I bet you they made $20,000. I'll bet you because it on the other side was packed. The visitor and seats were packed. It was packed the whole way around. They had Missy Matthews was there. They had Mike Pursuta. Craig Wolfley was going by. I know I got him on video. I was like, hey, during camp, what do you want to drink? Lemonade, water, beer. What's your favorite one? And he just chuckled and, he just rolled out. Because I got to think quick because they're coming through. Because if they stop for me, they're going to stop for like everybody because everybody was wanting stuff autographed. Some kid actually was offering me $20 fucking to stand where I was at. And I was like, no, kid, I don't need your money. I go, just get up to the fence and, you'll be okay. They didn't do too much special teams today. Fields and Wilson both look pretty good. And like I said, the offense seemed to be scoring on the goal lines, and they were putting the balls in. But like Mark said, it's early. They're not inept. They're just not. Cam Hayward actually on the way out must have did a Louis because he walked around twice going towards the bus. He came. I mean, I tried. They just look. I'm 53 years old. They're not gonna. Some guy yelling, "Hey!" I mean, I asked the question, "What's your definition of being a Steeler?" And the cop said, "Hey, that's a pretty good question." He goes, "That's a hard question. A lot of these guys aren't." I was like, I know. So I got some answers, and Max Stark gave me an answer. So I'm just going to add that to that's the typical question that I ask. I ask it all the time because it's the quickest question I can ask. Now I don't know if they have practice tomorrow because I didn't check. I supposedly might have to go to work tomorrow. I don't know. I just wish I wish the Powerball. I wish I'd hit the Powerball and then I didn't have to do anything. I could do this and do whatever. I didn't buy any merchandise. I didn't buy any memorabilia or nothing like that. I'd had to carry it with me on my half a mile trek because people were putting cones in front of their houses, so you couldn't park. So I had to, like I said, I parked at the high school parking lot. So I mean, I had to, send breadcrumbs and fucking break them up and come back. So, but I will say, I forgot that you had to buy tickets on Ticketmaster, and realistically, I could have got in for free. And by the time she looked at my phone, it went through Ticketmaster. So I could have walked in. Me and my sister walked in for free. But no, it cost $20. So, okay, well, it's supposed to be so hot tomorrow. I tell you what, Tom, it was so humid today. Just leaving my house and driving down there, it was so. I smelt sweat and weed, and that is a deadly combination. Which I rather smell weed, but when weed and sweat combine, he's coming on. He'll want to talk football, and I'm here to talk. I might not go to work tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know. I just sleep in. I gotta put some wrestling posters out. SummerSlam's tomorrow. Like, I'm so excited they look so good. I mean, the just everybody. I mean, when they all got on the bus, they were all the Latrobe area high school buses. There he is. Everybody, welcome to the show. Pickleballer, a gold medalist, Mark from Steeler Nation, Australia. Hi, Mark.
What's going on? Do you see my name?
Yeah, he hates me, dude. He thinks I'm stalking him for real.
Yeah.
I know. He was on the bus. I know. He was on the bus, and I was yelling your podcast, and I was yelling your name. He got up out of his seat twice, and he's pointing at me. And Kenny can tell you, Eric Kenny was standing there right beside me, and I'm like, he's gonna beat you in pickleball. He's coming. When you guys play the Chiefs, it's on. And then all these players were like laughing. And then he got up again, and he was fucking pointing. And
all I can hope is that he talks about his podcast.
He was a good sport about it. I mean,
yeah,
he's probably like, he's like, this guy's followed me the last 2 times in a week, asking about pickleball, because he knew as soon as I said pickleball, he got up out of his bus seat and came to the window.
Yes, so at least he knows now. At least he knows.
Yeah. So I have. It's like 8 minutes of footage. I will send it to you, and you can look through it and then slice it for whatever you want to use it with. So, because
here's a question. Should I go live to my audience too?
Whatever you want to do.
Let's do it. Ready?
Okay.
And if I click this button.
Okay.
If I click that button, because I got a few questions I want to ask you. I haven't had a chance to talk about Steelers today.
Oh, okay.
I've been working, but I want to talk about the TJ thing. And
I was so close to him too. I was so close to him today too. I mean, I could have jumped over the rail, and I'm like yelling defensive player of the year, and he just walked by, and they were coming through that gate. Tomlin was there. I mean, you'd have been in heaven. Tomlin.
I saw the video you sent me with Omar Khan.
Yeah, people think I'm fucking crazy. I'm telling you, there's people beside me. I'm yelling. Little kids are like getting autographs. I mean, like Eric Kenny can actually attest. He was beside me. Kids were giving me money. They wanted my space. Some little kid gave me. He was like, "I'll give you $20 if I can stand by you." I'm like, "Hey, kid." I was like, "Look, I'm not taking your money." You know.
What time is it over there in America?
In America, it is 12:34 a.m.
Wow. Okay. On the East Coast, right?
Coast. Yeah. What's it over in your country?
2:34, so almost 3 p.m.
You have to go to work.
No, I finished work.
Oh wow. Oh, okay.
Yeah. G'day, Jed. Is he in both?
Yeah, I guess.
I think he's in both.
This is what you do now. You just jump on and get like 30 people.
See what happens. Yeah.
Oh, hey.
No,
it's okay. I just wanted to get on because I just got back. I just got back from Latrobe because
you sound pretty fired up.
Well, I was in Burger King parking lot, and I was fucking eating a burger. I went over the divider with my Jeep in the parking lot. I was like, somebody was yelling at me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm overwhelmed today.
Yeah. So how was it? How was the camp besides the Christian 46 stuff? How was the camp? Good
They
fun?
look. Yeah, it was so packed. Like I bet you there was over 10,000 people there. The one
Yeah, I saw
side
I
was
saw a video from it.
so they. I mean, and then I just read that Wilson is having some issues with quarterbacking, which I didn't see any of that today.
I
I
read something that he was having one analyst thinks he's going to retire. I'm like, what's going on?
No, they had his wife. Well, his wife was there, and then the rapper girl was there. I don't know who.
Yeah, glow someone or something like that.
Yeah, she was there, and they
Yeah.
were all flocking to her. Her bodyguard was like big dude. They were flocking to her. Oh, cheap views. What do you mean cheap views? What?
Oh, I think you probably have. Is it like?
Oh, he's a scammer.
I get it all the time.
Yeah.
Always on my Instagram is like, you want to increase your SEO score, that kind of stuff.
Right. I had a
So
guy
you're
from
saying-
Alabama call.
You're saying everybody was there at the Friday Night Lights, pretty much.
Oh yeah. Oh, the other side on the visiting side was packed. And then my sister went with me and she walked the whole way around. She got some pictures because there was probably three deep the whole way around the field.
Right.
3 or 4 deep. I mean, I'm 53 years old, so you had people from all walks of life. Sex bots. I don't know about.
Did you? Oh, they're going to come back when I start streaming again. They'll be in my chat again. I got them last year. Did you see, like, I know nothing. I've been working all day. Did you see like any football plays of the offense, anything like that?
Yeah, they had the goal line situations. They were scoring because the offense was like putting their hands up. They were scoring at will, pretty much against the defense. Which, look, it's just practice. TJ Watt's not going to go crazy.
Exactly right. What I always find though, what can the defense really do?
Nothing.
They can't run in there and stop them.
No, and at the end there they were doing
two-hand touch.
Well, they were doing a little bit of tackling, and what happened was they had a lot of they had referees. They were throwing flags. So, but what I saw later was a lot of offensive holding. They got called like 3 or 4 times, but the drills that they had, Frazier was putting people down in the ground. I have a couple videos for like 10 seconds of him doing it, and he was standing right in front of me, and I didn't know it was him because, once again, they don't have the jerseys on, and it's so hard when they're standing by the fence because before when they get off the bus, they all get off the bus, they will put their stuff down and they will come to the fence. So they'll all spread around the whole way around the fence and sign autographs for about 15 minutes, and they'll just keep walking down. You'll get maybe 4 or 5. Ryan Shazier was there tonight. He was signing autographs.
Do you think he's trying to be a coach? Is he trying to get some, credentials and get some things moving?
I believe so because he was down at the linebackers, coach of the linebackers.
He's been there the last few days. He's been there quite a bit.
Well, I thought somebody looked like Debo, and I was trying to get him for you. He was sitting on a fucking bench, and he was stocky, and he was talking on a phone, and he had a beard. He looked just from the back. He looked like Debo, and you never know because I thought, since Debo was at practice, maybe he'd go to Friday Night Lights, and I just had my phone just waiting because as soon as he turned around, I was probably maybe 8 feet away from the fence to him, and if it was Debo, well, my big mouth, I would have fucking tried and got something for you, but it wasn't him. So he's got a twin,
Yeah, but I reckon Shazier's trying to do something with him. Maybe he's getting experience or something like that. Maybe trying to help out. I don't know. I feel like maybe he's trying to carve out a role as a something in the future.
Well, that gives him experience. Like that's what Hines Ward did a couple years ago. Remember?
He did, yeah. Then he went to the Jets. Then he went to the XFL, and now I don't know where he is.
Yeah, I don't know where he's at now. I wanted him to be a Steeler one, but they got the person that they signed.
And he's not bad. Tomazani.
Yeah,
he's the one shipping things into shape.
He's hardcore. And then Roman Wilson was there, but heard a curse. But he came to the sidelines and he was signing autographs by the fence. And I seen Patrick Wilson go by. He's not a small guy either. So he walked by me when they and Queen.
You mean Peyton Wilson, not Patrick Peyton?
Yeah. What I say?
Yeah.
The rookie Wilson linebacker. He's about 6'3.5", 6'4". He's tall. He's lanky.
Yeah.
I mean, they had LaDainian Roberts come by. He looks like a brick shithouse.
Yeah, he's
So
big.
yeah,
I reckon it's going to be Atlanta Roberts, and I think it's going to be Queen. I think Shazier, not Shazier. Now I'm mixing them up. Peyton Wilson's in the mix too. And I think they're going to feed in those kind of blokes like that.
Well, and then when you did your show, when you did your show and they signed, Golden, but
yeah, Golden, he'll be on the outside. But our linebacking core is going to be fantastic. The fact that you have TJ Watt, Highsmith, Herbig in the mix as well, and Marcus Golden for that 4, then Queen Roberts, who's a big tackler, and Queen's a new bloke coming in. I think we have a really good linebacking core. Yeah.
I think our defense, except for because I think Loudermilk was the one who was getting his ass beat on the defensive line. Because I had a video with Martavius Adams and Frazier going at it. You know what I mean? Because that was the key matchup. Because I did more of Frazier going in. I didn't do much with Nate centering the ball. I wanted to see more of Frazier doing stuff.
Did you hear that one about we're trading Highsmith? I saw someone wrote a report the other day. We're trading Highsmith. I was like, that wouldn't make sense. It only makes sense if you have a plan because you'd have to start Herbig on the other side. But it's Herbig's like second year. I don't think you would think about trading Highsmith. It'd be dumb.
Well, I don't think he's going to do it. I mean, people were screaming at Omar Khan to get Brandon Ayuk. They were screaming it, and I was like, you know what? I just appreciate you making the moves on what you're doing, and thank you for being the con man. And I'm like, Wrath of Khan.
I don't think we overly need. I don't think we need Brandon Ayuk. I don't think it's going to work out. I've been saying that no for ages. I just don't think. I think he'll probably sign another receiver somehow, some way. But when people get cut, right, all the players get cut. I don't think they're going to sign Brandon Ayuk. I don't think he's going to fit our thing. This is a whole fucking thing. I'm sick of hearing about this receiver 2 talk. Like, yeah, we haven't got the most depth in receiver 2, but I don't think they're going to go out and get a player like him. They're going to, feed the ball to Muth or Washington or whatever, or get running backs involved, or they're going to get the ball to Van Jefferson, Austin, or Roman Wilson will come back. People also act like now too, because Roman Wilson's out, he's out forever.
Yeah, he'll
be out for 2 weeks and he'll be back.
Yeah, 2 weeks. So it's a sprain, which I know sprain takes a little longer. And the backers, Tom, were good tonight. They were near the goal line, and they seem to be a little bit more intensity in their drills because there's a lot of chatter down that way. So what's he just trade and sign everyone?
You saying chatter or cheddar?
Chatter. No, I don't
chatter.
What's up? These are your people. They must be your people.
Yeah, there's some here and there. They're probably like,
I appreciate
it. Go to bed, Michael.
We don't need. No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, we don't.
Washington is. He's a fucking sky. He's a skyscraper.
I tell you what, it's one of the most overrated. I think storylines I've heard in a very long time is this Ayuk thing. It's the most overdrawn storyline. It's
not even gonna.
Ever.
Before I went live, I read an article that we didn't. I don't think you talked about it because I know I never even talked about it. Is the use of the fullback, which I love, and they had an article that I just read with that Jack Kaleta fullback. He and Najee is like this, and Arthur Smith wants to use the fullback, which I'm cool with that. I am. I love the fullback. I always did.
They might bring him into the fullback. He might also be used as like a kickoff return, like defensive tackler, that kind of stuff. But I think this overdrawn receiver 2 talk about getting Ayuk because he's getting it out of hand right now. Yeah. Like they're going to go with Jefferson.
Because somebody got hurt. There's receivers. We have receivers.
Yeah, but even then, there's still blokes back there. Like Jefferson, he had a really good year. Not the best year with the Falcons last year, but the Rams had a good year. Yeah. Like they're gonna find other people. I just think this, like, for fans shouting at Omar Khan, Ayuk, they waste their breath. You're better off saying thank you than Ayuk.
Yeah,
like, thank you, Omar Khan. Thank you, Omar Khan. Not
I said,
Ayuk.
Oh yeah, I asked him. I said, "Do you have anything up your sleeve?" That's what I said. I go, "You have anything up your sleeve?" It wasn't Ayuk because I really don't. I don't see that, and I know we talked about it. I know you've been talking about it for weeks. I don't see that happening. I see more of the tight ends.
Yeah, same. I think they're gonna carry like 3 or 4 tight ends. Use three receivers, four receivers, maybe.
gonna run
Like
the
they'll probably have
ball.
like 4 or 5 on the roster, but I think they'll use more tight ends and they're gonna run the ball. Like you said, fullback,
Fields
use
looks.
halfback.
I've never seen Fields that close. He is a tall motherfucker, and he had a nice
You reckon
run.
he's got a chance? Like I know. I think it's going to be Wilson, but I think he's got a chance like this year or next year.
Well, look. I just want.
I think maybe next year.
Well, I don't want Shane's like, oh, third game, Bubba. I'm like, no. I want to have Wilson get that 5 rushing touchdowns so I can win some money because I like to put it back in my account. And I mean, I did say I want to see, and people were like me, win a playoff game. I did say that, and some people did say that down there when they kept by. Hey, let's win a playoff game and go further. I mean, Art Rooney, I got him on video. He walked right by me, and he was walking around among the people.
The funny thing is though, is the thing about this
I
quarterback talk with Wilson, with Wilson and Fields, right? It's always, I always find it's always the next guy. Like I think Mike Tomlin will pronounce that it's going to be Wilson to start because he's a veteran dude and he come, it looks like he's going to start. Like if you were to put a bet down today, $100,000 on the line, who do you choose, Fields or Wilson? It's Wilson, right? But then like people think like you can't cheer both on. Like if Fields doing great, that's fantastic. That's good. It's a good thing to have.
But it's also good to have two. Yeah, to have two. You need two quarterbacks. 3 years ago, when the 49ers went to the championship and they had to have McCaffrey as a quarterback, they were shit out of luck, man. And that probably cost them that cost them going to the Super Bowl.
But I know what the fan base is like. If they don't start Fields straight away and we lose a few games, or if we, whatever it may be, we win a few games, they're still going to complain about having no Fields there. It's like
Pittsburgh Steelers fans are going to complain about. They complain with Chuck Noll, they complain with Cowher, they complain with Tomlin. We complain. But they always want the backup. But when the backup, some of the backups, they wanted duck dodges. That was a big thing. Everybody had fucking duck calls and quack quack, and then they were ready to go. They were putting him on a pedestal. I'm like, it
was fun. It was a fun time. It was a fun time to watch Duck do what he did.
He almost got us to the playoffs.
But I think in the sense of Wilson, it's because he hasn't been playing. If Wilson's been playing more and more, there wouldn't be this controversy. I just don't see the controversy. And I knew it was going to happen. I shouldn't bought into it so much. I knew it was fucking going to happen.
It always
everyone can see it was going to happen. That we're going to get this controversy talk. But it's like, no, Tomlin's going to go with Wilson, then Fields, then Kyle Allen.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is though too, like I said, there's articles and people writing stuff, and they're like, well, if Wilson doesn't start the first game, Sean Payton is going to look like a messiah because he knew to get rid of him. I just read that before I went on, but I don't know these people that are journalists. Yeah. You know what I mean? He'll look like a messiah because he got rid of Wilson. Steelers don't have him as their number one quarterback, and he didn't start for the first game, so they got rid of him.
What about the flip side? What about if Wilson starts and does really well? What about the flip side on the article the other way?
They won't write that.
You know what I mean?
They won't write that.
This is why I can't be a stupid writer. And there's some good ones out there, but I can never be it. Right. I just think that overall the storylines are just incredible and crazy.
Well, they do that for clickbait. They do that on every social media. There's Steelers websites that I don't even know if they're Steelers websites because I don't know if they're bashing the Steelers or whatever. They had somebody dressed in a Steeler jersey, a guy in a Steeler jersey, and it looked like he looked flamboyant, and it didn't look like your typical Steeler fan. And then they always is anti-Steeler stuff, but it's a Steeler site. I don't understand that.
That's why I think when we have now 5 or 7 people in the chat, right? They are here because of Steelers football. They understand what actual football is about. And I'd rather talk to 7 people right now at your 1 a.m. than put on a fake voice or fake message. Right. We know what our team is about. And our team is about Mark Davison next year versus 46.
He got up out of the bus and he's like, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. I don't know who that other guy in the other seat by the window, that one player, he was laughing his ass off. And then everybody in the back of the bus, they were all talking about it. And then he got
Dude,
up
I
on
hope
it
it
again,
happens.
and
I
he
hope I
was
can get his
pointing.
attention.
And I was like, look, he wants to do it for charity. I said, he's coming in December. He's coming in December. I said, you're going down. And my sister's like putting her head down.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know if I can play him in December because they got a game. They got 2 games in 6 days. I don't know if I can do that. That's pretty close. I would hate to be the person that I beat him. He falls over, sprains his leg, and then he can't play versus the Ravens or the Chiefs. Imagine how bad I would look if I beat him that way.
Yeah, but I'm the one that set it up. So me and you. So people would be picking in my house, and then like who would be who's the second string long snapper?
I don't even know who this.
I don't either.
Is. Yeah,
that's what we're talking about. We're talking about Mark's challenge to number 46 in pickleball. The last 2 times I've seen him, he's going to have a PFA against me.
Oh, actually, I got a few things. This is what I want to come on. I got a few things I want to ask you. I want to get your comments on this on both shows, Steeler Dynasty Podcast and Steeler Nation Australia. What are your thoughts about the top 10 with TJ Watt being number 8?
Terrible.
Yes, I think so too.
Terrible. I mean,
yes.
They're never going to give him the just due. I mean, the only way he's going to prove 25 sacks shuts everybody up.
Yeah.
And then because when he came by me, I said defensive player of the year, and he just walked right by me because I mean, I'm screaming at him. You know what I mean? Well, JJ.
I think it's ridiculous how they're pumping up yet again Myles Garrett for half a sack.
I was watching ESPN this morning, and they were pumping up the whole fucking Cleveland Brown team. Best defense.
Weird, man.
I'm a
bit worried about this. Maybe they're trying to get I don't know if Cleveland Browns is building a stadium soon, but maybe they're trying to make them good. Maybe the NFL is trying to make them good.
I don't know. They're like, oh, Cooper's good for 1,200 yards. They got Judy. They got a tight end now.
They say that every year. Every year is exactly the same.
They're great defense and their coaches, whatever. I mean, come on. It's bullshit.
Yeah, I think it's a bit weird because Myles Garrett was like number 3. Lamar Jackson was up there at number 2 or 1 or something like that for the quarterback. McCaffrey was number 2. I
mean, but you got to remember the writers vote, and they're not going to vote. A lot of the Steelers do not get respect in all type of national media anyway.
No, they're kind of over it now, aren't they? Even though we're with one of the best franchises in the NFL.
We've never got any respect. We never got respect. Yeah. We never got any players that were prominently like national, in the spotlight. You know what I mean? Like around here, and if you're a Steeler fan, the Steelers that or you're a diehard and you're going to love them no matter what. But the nation on a whole, they always thought that Hines Ward was a cheap artist. Hines Ward was just a tough son of a bitch, and he would block you. And if you didn't pay attention, that's why they made the rule. He'd block if you didn't see boom, you're done. They just and Hines Ward was just a tough football player.
Yeah. I find these because I was at work and I put I was doing some of my stuff with the computer, and I put the top 10 on, and I saw TJ was 8, and I was like, that's pretty high. Because last year with the injury and stuff like that. But I'm like, the year before that he was 23, and last year got 8. But I was like, he has to be the best defensive player in the league, and he doesn't get any run for it. Like, you don't hear any NFL guys really talking about him.
Nope.
And it's all going towards Micah Parsons and the other blokes.
And if he's hurt, I mean, when he's hurt, what do we do? We can't do anything.
Right out.
You know what I mean? Like, without him, we just can't win. And with him, it changes the whole dynamics of the game. He's getting 3 sacks. Like, I don't want him coming off the field on the third down, though. I don't like that. I'd rather see him in there for the third down, but I know they have to switch out and rest up. But, I mean, when it's 3rd and 8, you got to have him in there, because he can cause great stuff to happen.
Yeah, I like what Jed Devils is doing. It's all bulletin board material for TJ. And 100%. This is the year that he'll make his mark 100%. Like, this will be a huge. If he gets 25, 24 sacks, whatever it is,
23 is all he really needs. He's got 22 and a half. Tied with Strahan. He just needs 23.
And we know he also with the TJ thing too. We know he can sack the Browns quarterback in Watson. He can chase down Lamar. He loves Joe Burrow. There's like if you play them twice, that's maybe 3 or 4 each time.
That's
maybe 2 times.
That's 15 in the division alone.
He loves Burrow. He loves chasing down Burrow. He loves the fact that he can push him over.
And then look at the first 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if
Cousins is going to be on his back,
he's going to be like he's going to be like my tortoise downstairs flipped over because that's the way that's the way he's going to be. Yeah. Like so, right there, he can get 3 sacks in the first game.
And also Bo Nix is it for the Broncos? He's a rookie guy, so that's something different.
Steelers Tomlin against rookie quarterbacks, impressive.
Yeah, he's really good. He's like I think he's like 15 and something like that.
Yeah, 5, maybe 15 and
2. People
are
getting stuff too because with the Falcons as well, the Steelers haven't. No, Mike Tomlin's never lost against the Falcons. He's like 4-0.
Well, I don't see us losing to the Falcons.
Yeah.
I see us doing a lot of stuff in the first part of the season, which we didn't do last couple seasons because we don't start early. So this year, I believe I don't want to get in the preseason. We ate that red pill and we thought the offense was the greatest thing in the world last year. Well, I'm not going in with that mindset. I just want to see a little bit of consistency of this Arthur Smith offense and see where we go. To me, winning and losing in the don't mean shit to me. You know what I mean? And it doesn't mean – I just want to see some consistency. And you're not going to see, Najee in there very long and Jalen. You're not going to see Pickens. You're not going to see any of that.
Maybe this time we're going to rest maybe all of our good players because last time we had to play all the Kenny Pickett's for a bit and Trubisky a bit. So maybe you won't see Wilson play that many reps in preseason. Maybe we're going to lose a few games because we won all 3 last year. Won all 3 preseason. So much hype. But like I said in the video the other day or the day before, I was like, the hype now is going to match reality of what happens. Like this team is much better. So much better. In terms of a new OC, Mike Tomlin's got things moving. I think the defense is much better in terms of JPJ and the counterpart and Dante and Minka and Elliott and Queen in the middle. It's so much better.
Well, let me ask you this. Would you play Wilson for 1 series and play Fields and Allen the rest of the preseason?
Yeah, I'd probably say I'd play him like 1 or 2, go and get a TD or go and get a field goal. That's it. You don't need to. What does Wilson really need to show in preseason besides some live reps?
Nothing.
Like that's it. He's played for 14 years. He's won Super Bowls, 46,000 yards. He's fine. As long as he gets involved in the offense.
He doesn't. Well, I try with nice questions. I really do. But he doesn't really he doesn't have nothing to prove. Like Sunday, when he wasn't even practicing, he threw the ball. He was high-fiving people. Like I wanted to see how he was going to interact, with his teammates because they're all new teammates and go from there. So 1 series with Wilson against the Texans Friday night, 1 series, and that is it. Because they have 4 quarterbacks in camp. So
yeah. What's going to be a really funny thing, I think, from a perspective of like the fans, that kind of stuff too, and the media going to take this, right? They're going to do this. They're going to start Wilson for 1 or 2 series, and maybe each game or whatever it is, right? I think maybe like 1 per week, but in the final preseason game, I don't know if they have
probably not much, because
not much. Really. But what they'll do is they'll say Wilson got a few 1 TD, and then Fields might go off. He might go 100% off his rocker and get all these TDs, have a massive hype. Then what happens is when Wilson struggles against Falcons, that our fan base is going to go fucking nuts over Fields.
I don't think he will. I just see this offense differently. I see them all intertuned, and I just see them being more complete. Because we upgraded a quarterback. We're all good. The line is even upgraded. Like the line has a fucking awesome, tenacity.
It's awesome. So I'm saying I think it's better. It's much better than last year. And I think the hype can match the reality because you've got the left tackle Jones and he was a draftee bloke 2 years ago. Now right tackle he's building up. Like I think every Steelers fan, we've been talking about this for months. We've seen this moving train where the team is better on all fronts.
Look, Wilson hit a sled. he wants to show his toughness with his linemen. It's not Jesus God, no offense to everybody, but I mean, when you're in high school and junior high, when you play football, usually, look, the quarterback is always playing playing defense in some high schools. My high school, my quarterback was a linebacker. I mean, that's what you did. I mean, because you didn't have a lot of players and you had to use what you had, So, I mean, I know, like Neo says, Steelers' definition of football, it's supposed to be played physical, hard-nosed. It's not ballet. And our tight ends could have a special season with Haywood, Freiermuth, Washington, red zone, touchdown babies. Our tight ends department could be the best it's been in a long, 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 long time.
I just want to say one thing too. G'day to everyone in the chat as well. I don't know what time is it again over there.
It's 1 o'clock.
Can't believe it.
It's 1 o'clock. I mean, hey, Homer, thanks for tuning in.
Hey, Homer, make sure you check out. This is Bubba from Steelers Dynasty Podcast as well. I'll put that in the link because Homer's a really good supporter of mine on the channel as well. Always in the chat.
I mean, I appreciate all your people. I'm glad that we met because it's just. It seems like it's a powder keg ready to explode this year. Because
we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just here for the Shane comedic vibes. I think he's a loose unit, eh? Shane's where's he now? 1 minute he's like down Florida, next minute he's like up near Washington, he's climbing mountains. Where he's at.
Well, he was down there at that bar, Oscars, recruiting people off the street, bringing them on the show.
Yeah. I think he's funny, man. I think he's hilarious.
Oh, he is.
You guys got a good partnership going on.
You do too. I mean, I think everybody in the podcasting community, I mean, just doing this stuff, it for me, you're the one that told me, you were one of the people that told me, hey, Bob, you got to switch up. You can't have everything on one thing. So, I mean, it is what it is.
11 tight ends.
Well, I don't know about that.
Does he mean like 11 personnel? You mean 11 personnel or 11 tight ends?
Well, would the fullback be a tight end, or would the tight ends be fullbacks? So how would you do that? Like Connor. I mean, Connor Haywood. I like Connor. Connor's going to.
I think he makes it. I think he makes the team.
I mean, Washington is just massive. He's massive. Freiermuth is not a small man either. So you're going to double tight ends.
Freiermuth, Washington. Connor, depends if they carry 4. If they carry 4 tight ends and a fullback, that'd be crazy. I don't know if that happens. But,
I love a fullback blocking for Najee and opening up. I mean,
so maybe they just carry 3 tight ends and a fullback and 3 running backs. I don't know.
Well, they just signed that guy from New England. Didn't they just sign that guy from New England?
Yeah, he's a big bloke too.
Yeah. Oh, we got 15 tight ends. We got 15 tight ends, 1 receiver, 0 running backs.
It feels like that because I hope Rodney Williams gets to go too. I think he's a good teamer. He made like 11, 12 tackles last year as well. Rodney Williams. But yeah, the other bloke was Matt Sokol from New England. Michael Pruitt's from Atlanta. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with 6 tight ends.
That's a lot of tight ends.
Yeah. Ton. Oh, I want to ask you too about this kickoff thing. What are your thoughts about the kickoff? Because I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan.
Well, how you gonna do an onside kick now?
You can't. You're not allowed to until the 4th quarter until you're told
bullshit.
to.
It's bullshit.
You can't.
I mean, it's the 3rd quarter. You're down by 7. The 3rd quarter, you get the ball. It's 21-17. You're looking to get an onside kick, maybe to turn the game around, and you got to wait till the 4th quarter. Bullshit.
Yeah, you have to wait until I think the 2 minutes to go or something like that.
I don't know who the hell come up with that one.
Or you have to maybe in the 4th quarter you have to tell the refs that you're going for an onside kick.
That's terrible.
Like I looked at it yesterday when I watched the Bears game, and the more I look at it, I don't think it's that safe, to be honest. I think it's still like a brick wall running into a brick wall in 10 meters rather than 50 meters. I think the actual running back or the kickoff returner, I believe that they are running into a brick wall, and there's nothing exciting about it. I don't like it. I don't think I like it.
It's not even like how do you put the game and the intrigue of the luck of the draw kind of to try to recover, and you can only do it in the 4th quarter.
Do you guys not say meters? But JJ said, "What's a meter?" Don't you not say meters over there?
Yards.
Yeah, I say meters. Yeah.
I don't know. I was
guys.
I was shitty in math. I don't know. I mean, it was terrible.
Okay,
I mean,
but here it is. I saw four. Did you watch the Hall of Fame game with the Bears and the Atlanta Falcons?
No, I
the
did not.
Texan uniform. Terrible uniform. It looks like they're the Falcons. Anyways, I saw the kickoff, right, and it's basically you got to kick the ball, and down the opposite side, it's 30-yard line, or you're 40 and they're 30, or whatever it is. No, so they're 40 and you're 30. You can't move until the ball is catched.
Yep.
Wes likes it. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. So they catch the ball, right?
Seriously?
Yeah. I don't like it. I'm gonna do a show about it maybe today or maybe tomorrow when everyone's waking up. I don't know
whenever you wake up, we're gonna do a show about
I don't think there's gonna be that many big plays from this too. Because I feel like that the defense can just have a big wall and squash them back into their own 20-yard line.
Well, he just
even Miles Killebrew talked about it.
He said it's one game and you have to give it time. I just
no time for me.
Final assessment. I mean, if they're trying to make it exciting, this is probably I'm not happy about the onside kicks. Nobody should tell you when to onside kick it. That's like going on a date and the girl telling you, "Hey, you can kiss me." Like, it doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? Like, you got to try. If you try to go in and get a kiss, or oh shit, let me ask you if I can go in and get a kiss. I don't know.
Can you bring up really flawed comment, please? Do you see that one there?
This one?
Really flawed. Yeah, I did a podcast with her the other day. I think it's coming out on her channel too. Really flawed. It's like really flawed. I think it's.
There it is.
I've just remember. I think it's Nikesha. If I'm wrong, let me know. I'm pretty sure it's Nikesha.
Well, God bless you. Really flawed.
Yeah, shout out to her. I think it's Nikesha. I could be wrong. Am I wrong? Am I wrong or right?
She'll
let me know. You'll let me know in the chat.
Yeah.
Shout out to you too. This week. Let's go.
Out this week.
Bad. Tanisha, my bad.
Do you have your own pod? She have her own podcast?
Yeah. She does everything. She does something I want to stay clear of. She does politics and football together.
Oh,
it's like it's crazy. That was awesome. It was a good time. It was a good time on the channel.
I posted something about the boxing thing in Olympics, and I wish I never would have done it. So I am not.
Steelers
football, WWE wrestling, and Robert Downey Jr. as Victor Von Doom. Other than that, I'm staying away from all this shit because
Tanisha's she's a Steelers fan. So she'll be on her show, and I'd like a content thing.
I'll subscribe.
We talk about like breaking down the fourth wall a bit with terms of YouTube and a bit of stuff like that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steelers and politics. Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yo, they're like sports. This like a general kind of channel. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool.
That's good. Nika says if your blocking scheme opens up a hole with a returner that is fast, he's gone. Just my opinion on this new kickoff return.
Well, that's it, because I find that funny too with the kickoff. If you get past the first line of defense,
then you're gone,
and you're done. So I don't think it's going to be that exciting in terms of how it used to be with the Devin Hesters. Do you know what I mean? That's just my first overall take. Is
Devin Hester was something. Yeah, I mean, Devin Hester could score a touchdown if in the old days to the new days, any days. I think he could score a touchdown blindfolded.
But at least there was layers to it where you kicked it off and you had your team running down and the slow guys couldn't get there straight away. The fast guys could. They would get blocked. There were different moves to it.
And I mean, I'm talking high school. I always hated special teams because, I mean, you got guys running full tilt head hunting. I mean, that's what we call them, the head hunters. You're going down there, you're head hunting, you're trying to be a wedge blocker. And then you got, you kick return. You got to stop these fuckers from coming in like a rocket launcher. So, I never liked special teams. I mean, I like blocking for extra points and stuff like that 35 years ago, but running down, you got to be fast. and you got to know how to break the wedge, and then to make that opportunity, like Killebrew making opportunities to be a Pro Bowler. So those are defining moments on special teams. Special team players are the crazier mentality, nitty gritty guys that are looking for the football.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be I think it's going to be really different. And I'm going to put this out there to the universe, right? If anyone's a bet, I'm not saying you have to do it if you want to.
Right.
But it wouldn't surprise me if you see a lot of points in the preseason so they can practice the kickoffs. I'm just saying. There could be a few refs throwing a few flags so more people get down the field so they practice kickoffs. I reckon there's going to be a lot of points scored this preseason, but that's just me.
Well, I mean, we'll have to see. But also, too, if we score points, I'm happy, too. So if our special teams kickoff returns are good, then I ain't going to bitch. Because I can't remember the last time we scored on a kickoff return.
Oh, it's like AB, like 2017 or something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Who?
Something like that. AB. But I reckon too, there's going to be one team out there. You know, I kind of hope that happens. I hope that one team has a play that cannot be stopped, and they just every time they get the ball, they just score a TD. I think that'd be great.
I hope it's
us.
Know what I mean? But yeah, to answer JJ's question, Hester had a better career in my opinion.
I think Hester. Yeah. Hester's pretty fun to watch. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, I went to high school with Michael Bates. Oh, I remember him. Oh, wow. No regard for himself. Gunner. And then Nico, does Justin Fields' game remind you of Cam Hayward or Lamar Jackson? I think more Cam, but I think he has a better throwing motion than Cam Newton. What do you think, Mark?
I think Cam Newton needs to stop doing podcasts. That's what I think.
or try to dress. I don't know. He dresses a little.
I've got over him, mate. I wasn't a huge fan. I think Cam was up himself. I think he's got a bit. He's got two egos. You know what I'm saying? I just never really liked Cam that much. I think he's worse than Aaron. I can't stand Aaron Rodgers, and I think he's worse than him.
Well, Aaron Rodgers was. I liked Aaron. Aaron was good until he beat us in the Super Bowl, and then he went off the deep end.
Yeah, but I don't like it.
He's
been running that one Super Bowl for 20 years.
Mm-hmm. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't done nothing. And he had that good playoff where he threw that ball in the end zone in overtime or something. It took him, I believe, into the championship game. And if it wasn't for, we had an interception. Ben threw an interception. We were down. Mendenhall, we were driving. Mendenhall fumbled the ball. And I mean, it just you can't ever go down. You can't ever go down in a Super Bowl by 7 or 10. You just can't, no matter who you are.
I saw there was Aaron Rodgers, yelling at his receiver. I just think he's just so out of connection with all his receivers.
Well,
he's always seems to be throwing under the bus. Well, he's always trying to, he's not like they're not friends, they're not they're teammates, but they seem to be always on the wrong page.
I think Pat McAfee. I think he had to take him off his show because McAfee's like, you're too crazy to be on my show, and I'm crazy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Nico. I didn't mean to give you the Rashard Mendenhall flashback. I'm so sorry. But I think out of the quarterbacks of Lamar Jackson, Fields, and Cam, the person that everybody was prototyped for was Cordell Stewart. Cordell Stewart was before his time. If Cordell Stewart was right now, Cordell Stewart would be a Pro Bowler, and he'd probably be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, and Afton's right. There was a argument receiver. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I think Aaron Rodgers is so overrated.
You're not supposed to do that though. You're not supposed to yell at the players and people. You can't do that now anyway because everybody's got your camera phones, and you argue in practice. Everybody's going to know before you even get out of camp.
Twitter. I saw it on Twitter. Was one receiver was arguing with Rodgers, and they're going back and forth, this and this and this. But I was like, the bloke doesn't show up. He's always throwing because I always find. It was a few years ago when he was with the Packers. He just threw all his receivers under the bus.
He threw everybody under the bus. Everybody.
Yeah.
That's why if people always want to debate who would you rather have, Aaron Rodgers or Ben Roethlisberger. To me,
obviously, I'd say Ben.
Yes. Well, I love Ben. Like I was so happy. I mean, I got a picture on the wall where I damn near fucking kissed his cheek. That's how close I got to him. So I mean, I didn't have a PFA against him either, but he think that but I mean, Ben was a far rounded quarterback to me.
I'm gonna look it up while we're on the subject of Aaron. I know I speak about Aaron a lot because I can't stand how he's so overhyped.
Well, that's okay.
I want to find out how many playoff games has he won? Do you know how many he's won?
I'd say he's probably won 4, and that includes 3
playoffs. Do you know how many he's won? According to StatMuse, he's won 12-10. Like that's
shit.
That's 50-50. So he's really, really he's got all the yards at Green Bay, but he's really just banking off that one Super Bowl win that's going to get him into the Hall of Fame.
Right.
I think he's overrated. I think he's done.
He hasn't done like the Jets have to reap something of paying him something. I don't know if they will though. Well, because we play him. Can you see TJ Watt tearing him up?
Oh yeah.
Against Aaron Rodgers? Yeah, I can.
Oh yeah, I can. He's slow. You know when he goes for like a handoff or a play action pass and he's still in the motion and then TJ Watt's like this around the corner? Yeah, dude.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
Might be his last season. Yeah, I think he's coming back. I think he's just coming back because of what happened last year. But honestly, he's a shell of his former self.
He's 40 years of age.
Yeah, you can't.
He's played 18 years in Green Bay, 1 year in New York Giants with 1 snap.
Well, I mean, but you know what though? 86, he had to find Jesus because the Rooneys made him find Jesus, and they made him find that woman, his wife, and he got on. He was an asshole when he was younger because anybody that gets paid $100 million being 23 years old, we're all going to be assholes.
I've said that as well about Big Ben. I think if I were to see another quarterback come into it and they had 2 Super Bowls and they're a better person than Big Ben, I'd probably like them more than Big Ben. I think with myself and with Big Ben, you did find that ego as well. So he's kind of like, yeah, if he was Big Ben with the Packers, we probably wouldn't like him.
Probably not. No.
You know what I mean?
But also,
he was our idiot or our guy.
But also, too, if Ben would have been like, "Hey, you guys, look, I'm okay if you guys draft Justin Herbert. I'll get him underneath my wing, give him a little bit." He didn't want
that.
Would
love him.
Yeah, can you imagine if we had Justin Herbert fucking 2 years ago?
Well, he's hurt now too.
Thank God.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
He might not be ready when they play us. So you got to capitalize on all these situations when they happen. So Nico says, Big Ben forever, get the Hall of Fame jacket ready. Yes, I guarantee that. And he says the Packer teams Aaron had, he should have had at least 3 rings, overrated.
Yeah, I look at his stats now. He's got 148 wins, 75 losses. He's thrown the ball 5,000 times and almost 60,000 yards, 475 TDs. He's got all the accolades, but I just think he's done.
Well, that's true. Plenty of people don't have the advantage of money in their assholes. Yes, totally. Mm-hmm. Well, wait, he'll be back. Oh, okay. Damn it. Well, but also too, TJ Watt, he's not going to be able to get out of the grasp of him. So, and we always play the Chargers so good.
Yeah, they do. They seem to stuff up near us too sometimes, away or home. Remember when was it Le'Veon Bell?
Oh, that sucks there, though. That sucks. That does suck there, right there.
He asked $50.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think he's got I think Big Ben's a bit like that.
Yeah, that's
because we knew that when Kenny Mason Rudolph came in, right? We knew that kind of like Landry Jones, he wouldn't mentor them and stuff.
He wouldn't help him either.
He didn't. He wanted to do his own thing with the playbook. We knew it was his playbook near the end too.
Yeah.
So,
he was his playbook. His playbook was like a stone, a rock, go around the car, go around 3 times. And that's what he was. But honestly,
yeah.
But in the second half, that's what we had, and he was scoring touchdowns. So he brought us back in 6 games that year. So I mean, I can't bitch on the offensive prowess.
I reckon what Wes says is kind of true. Like I'll take Terry Bradshaw over Big Ben, right? And this is a really great conversation because I feel like I love the memories we have with Big Ben, but I don't miss the I guess the ego that he had.
Well, Terry and Chuck. I mean, now this is my age. Where Brad. I mean, that team was. I mean, if you ever saw the documentary on HBO about Terry, see, I didn't know Bradshaw had like mental issues. I did not know that. And then him and Chuck Noll was such a perfectionist and such a coach and such. He wanted stuff done his way. And then it was like this. So if you ever get a chance to watch that, like I didn't know that Bradshaw had all these mental anxiety. I mean, this is Terry Bradshaw, a guy who won 4 Super Bowl rings. Like anxiety, panic attacks. Like I couldn't see it until you know older, and he said he was an asshole, and he didn't want to come back to Pittsburgh. I mean, I saw him when he came back with his daughters. I mean, he got cheered, but I mean they were bad with Bradshaw, but honestly, when Bradshaw went out, he went out a hero because he played against the New York Jets and his elbow went out. He threw 2 touchdowns to Greg Garrity, and that was the last thing that Bradshaw ever did. You know, that's how he went out, and he went out trying to win, and his arm was just dangling. But by God, I mean, he 2 touchdowns, and that was it. No more. Sorry, I'm just showing my age, but I mean, those teams were so dominating. And when you grew up during the 70s, during the Steelers, when you're in elementary school, when the Steelers were the shit, you know, they were everywhere. McDonald's. I mean, Jesus God Almighty, I got 25 Steelers glasses.
I think with me and like Big Ben was my guy for growing up all my time. But like, I think if another quarterback came through and was like, I don't know, not nicer, but maybe more connected to the team a little bit more. Because I found in the end sometimes it was fun. You know what though? It was super fun to watch him play. It was freaking awesome to watch him play.
It was 26 years from Bradshaw to Ben. 26 years. Yeah. Like people forget. Like I mean, Tommy Maddox was selling insurance. He came back and led us to victory against the Cleveland Browns in the greatest comeback in Steeler playoff history. Tommy Maddox. I was there when Tommy Maddox got hurt and Big Ben came out in the field. That was, I mean, I bought a Big Ben jersey the first game because it was, well, I don't know if he got hurt, but he played the Raiders. Maddox started against the Raiders. And I bought that jersey then. I still have it. It's ragtaggy. It's a 20-year-old jersey. But Ben just had a natural, he could get out of anything at that time.
Yeah, I remember in the early days too, he broke every tackle. And his connection with Heath Miller was fantastic. That was awesome.
Well, that team was just, I mean, you know, with Hines Ward, Mean Joe Green, yeah, I mean, Rascal, yeah, you're definitely right. You know, Tommy Gunn, like, and there's a lot of quarterbacks that we could name that aren't very good in the before Ben.
I like we got look at a lot of people. I don't know how many's on your side, but
I got 16.
16?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. 16.
Oh, that must be. Oh, it's pretty all total, right? Yeah.
Well, maybe. I don't know. I got Facebook.
Yeah, let's go.
And then Nick goes like, "Shout out to Magnum PI Malone." Hey, Malone had the longest reception as a receiver, I think, against the Chargers.
Yeah. Well, let me share this to the crew as well on Steeler Nation Oz. This is Bubba from Steelers Dynasty Podcast. He went to the training camp today because he's a crazy bloke. And he's like, you know what? He's going to go invite me on. I was having a chicken burger, so I thought I'd come on and say hello and talk Steelers football. Because we're in the point now, like, remember the draft days with you, me, Maddie, Shane, and all the other guys?
Oh, my God, yeah.
This is it now. This is like, we're so close to football next week. We're fucking there.
Yeah, I should be sleeping too and going to work, but you know what? Fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah, we're very close. Not saying we're going to do another 6 hours, but we're close to football where things are moving. You saw
because I like doing this and I like talking about it. And you're passionate just like I'm passionate. And we're two entities on the other side of the continent talking Steelers football.
I like Chloe's answer. We're effing here. We're effing working. One down.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Like dead set.
All my people are sleeping. They can't hang.
What's the effing saying? Do you think they try and work out the kick? Yeah, I reckon we get some good reps. I'm just trying to think. Like, I'm not a huge fan just yet on the kickoff, but yeah, they're on the West Coast, you know. So I think what do we got? So next week it's Steelers versus Texans, right?
Friday
at
night.
home.
Yeah, Friday night. Yeah,
Yeah,
Friday night at home. Yeah, I'm gonna do a live. I'm gonna watch it on my little. I'm not going downstairs because I have a big screen downstairs because I take all my shit down there. Sometimes my laptop will fall down or whatever, but me and Shane are gonna do it because
if you want,
it's preseason.
We can all do it together if you want to. It's up to you.
Whatever you want to do, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm cool. You can. I think what you'll be eating lunch.
No, I'm watching it for sure. I'm having beers. I'll be up at 9 a.m. at 8 o'clock. I'll be watching it for sure. I'll make I normally make a little score. So if all three of us do it, then Shane's in the middle. I'll make a score down the bottom. Actually, I'm probably doing it now. Hang on, let me do it now. Hang on. I'll show you what I mean.
Okay.
So, but yeah, we can all do it live together, and then everyone just jumps in and says hello because I'm keen. Like it's football. It's not real football, but at least it's our football.
It's not real football.
Yeah,
it's real football.
But still, like, it's ours. It's coming back. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but once
I don't care if they win or not.
Once that kickoff is there, then we're in. We're in it. We're starting the 18-week grind starting Friday.
Yeah, and I don't like care if they win it or not. I just want to see them play.
No, I don't. It's preseason.
The teams, and I want to see like kickoff stuff or the use of the I formation with the running back, fullback.
Oh, he liked what he saw in the kickoff.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's two.
I'm not convinced just yet. G'day, Dodger. What's going on?
Oh, yeah, look at this one. Oh wait, where's? Oh, hold on. What?
Yeah, I don't think he comes back.
I
think he's done. I think Juju burned his bridge. I think he's done.
I think he's not healthy enough to actually play a whole full season. I mean, he was great when he played for Pittsburgh, and under Ben, but also too, AB was on the other side.
Yeah.
Beers at 9 a.m. There you go.
Yeah, so it's in Australia, it's my 9 a.m. So I'll have it all set up, and I can link it up with you, and we can do it at the same time.
Yeah.
I'll do something, whatever, because it's preseason, and we can.
Yeah, I'll get some people from Western Pennsylvania.
Because it's what time is it for you over there at that time? It's like 8 p.m.
I think 8. We'll watch it with Edmund Nelson, and he'll probably be eating ribs with Charlie Batch.
Yeah.
You ever seen Edmund Nelson? That's all he does is eat ribs.
Nah. Who's that?
Edmund Nelson, a defensive tackle in the 80s. He's like the preseason guy. I don't know. He might have retired. I don't know. Bob Papiani.
Bob normally doesn't. I thought Bob was doing it most times.
Yeah, Bob Papiani and Edmund Nelson, but I think maybe Ed probably retired because he was at the basketball game when the Steelers alumni, and he was, shooting some hoops. I'm trying to keep up with everybody's comments, guys. So thank you for commenting. I think if you put big guys,
I'll show you what I'm gonna do. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, this is something really small, but
good morning, Mark. Well, you could say that on this show.
What? I can't see. I can't see. Hang on.
Oh, you can't see it. See.
No,
spelled it out. See
who? You can't say it like that, Dante. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to. Oh, I can't even bring it up. Oh, I'm gonna show you. I thought it was on my show for a minute. I can't do it. Anyways, I'll have a little scoreboard and stuff like that. We'll figure something out.
I'm just trying to get everybody. Agree. This is more interesting than watching them walk the line.
The what?
Walk the line. Is that the Johnny Cash movie? That's the only line I know. Going to be vanilla kickoff until season. The test of fainting receptions will begin.
Hey, there's a lot of people in here.
I guess it's Friday night. I don't know. Well, back in the day, people used to go to the bar. You know what they do now? They jump on Steeler podcasts and
I'd rather be on a podcast and go to bars are fun, but
around here in my neck of the woods, they're all closed already. Seriously, they're all. I mean, it's not because COVID's. I mean, it's not like it used to be, and I'm not a big. I have a bar downstairs in my house if I want to drink.
I think the amount of times I've been drinking on stream is probably at least over 10. So
you got me beat.
I've had a few online where I've been intoxicated. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
g'day, EJ. What's going on?
When we played Kansas City, I drank a bottle of Captain Morgan. and I went off because TJ Watt scored that touchdowns in Kansas City in the playoffs, and I thought we were going to win.
Yeah, honest reaction. You thought we were going to win? Me too.
Yeah,
I was like, we have a chance. I think we've won this because it's such a big play, and then we went.
I'm trying, Chloe, to put. I'm the one putting them on. I'm trying. That fire would come back.
After you can say that, for sure.
I don't think so. No.
I think the Steelers might have. I feel like they kind of moved on from him. I don't think he fits us anymore. I think they got Pickens, and that's the guy you need.
Yeah, we're gonna be running the ball and using the tight ends, and any receiver that we have at number 2 is just going to be just as good as Juju.
If you were to bring back Juju, wouldn't you have to like try and feed both Juju and Pickens because they're both like egomaniacs, where they would need to be need the ball all the time?
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Yeah,
I think you just stay with Pickens.
And then you got Juju being the veteran because he's older than Pickens. So I don't want him. I don't want George leaning towards Juju to learn anything from because there's nothing to learn. Like if it was Larry Fitzgerald coming to Pittsburgh, I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
Hmm.
You know,
he was one of the players in that Super Bowl versus the Cardinals versus Steelers. I was like, he's a pretty good player. Mm-hmm. You know, you can't hate Larry Fitzgerald.
No, well, he's from Pitt too, and he broke that seam and he went 75 yards, and I was like, oh my God, my heart was up to my throat. I was pacing around my buddy's house because that was the last season that I had season ticket holder. I was a season ticket holder. That was the last season.
In that 43 though Super Bowl, that's when they gave us way too much time, and Big Ben went down the field to Santonio Holmes.
It just well that drive was just so calculated, and everything was just so. I think the stars were lined up, and you know, because he threw the pass and it was incomplete, and he went back to the same play. So, and I feel, and people can say whatever. I feel Big Ben should have got MVP.
Yeah, it went to Holmes, right?
Right, because he caught the touchdown, but it was, and I know they were playing it, but it was still Ben's meticulous driving down the field that got him that way. What's a sheep shaggers? What's this? What's that? What is that?
I can't really say it.
Okay. Well,
it is what it sounds like. It's like a New Zealand thing.
Okay.
Because we always tease each other. The Australians, because EJ's from New Zealand, I'm pretty sure.
New Zealand. Oh, he's a sheep herder. The bushwhacker.
Yeah, like the
sheep herders were a famous professional wrestling tag team. Luke and Butch.
The Australians tease the Kiwis about doing stuff for the sheep because they're lonely. You know what I mean? Can you bring up the comment from Afton Forward? It says, "Who saw Glorilla's pants today?" I'm thinking I saw it all. I don't know about you, Bub. I don't know if you saw her out there.
Oh, I did see her. I didn't know who she was. I'm trying to find.
She wasn't wearing much. I'll tell you that.
Oh, she had a bikini top on. I didn't know who she was. I'm trying to find that. Hold on. Sorry, I might be going. I'm just gonna go right down the line. See if I missed it.
It was up there. It was somewhere with Upton Forward saying she was wearing the pants, and they were like Troy 43 pants.
She had a bikini top on. I seen that.
Yeah, I saw her interview. She really likes Mike Tomlin. She had a good interview with Mike Tomlin last year. She was she was invited to the stadium.
She had a helmet, and then she's like, "I'm here to see the Steelers" or something.
Yeah. So, she had a really good interview with Mike Tomlin last year. But Mike Tomlin's awesome. So
okay, wow. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, thanks, Yui. He's joining HDU.
No, I did not get my swim shorts from Shane. No, I can't swim, Mom. I can't swim. I'm the only kid from my school to ever flunk swimming. Wow, these comments, yeah, right. I'm trying to keep up. I have to hire an intern or something.
So it's too many, mate.
Well, Jerry, how you doing? Thanks, Yuli. Wait, is that the young kid?
Yeah, the other bloke. Yeah.
Yeah, the young kid for your draft. Oh, those guys are good. Those guys were really good.
That's the one there. Yeah, Glorilla's pants.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I saw her.
She was wearing all. She was like all Steelers stuff, just decked out.
And her bikini was yellow.
Yeah.
I didn't know who
Cool.
she was. I thought that was Russell Wilson's wife.
No,
I
she
didn't
was there.
know.
She
She
was
was
there
there
the other day.
too. Well,
You know what
I
I'm
think she was
hoping?
there too because she had red. Does she have like reddish hair?
I don't know, but I'm hoping
Because there
that
was
she
somebody with reddish hair.
takes over Taylor Swift. We've got Ciara now. It's going to be the Ciara show.
Well, if that's a cat fight, you know we're winning.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yep. Thank you. 100%. Ben should have been MVP. Haha. Sheepshagger equals Kiwi.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure AJ's from.
Okay,
from
well that
New
too. I'd have took Debo. But I mean that interception. But how many tackles did he have? I don't know.
I don't remember. All I remember is that one play.
That one play, yeah. Well, which is
that's all I care about. That one play.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was the greatest play in that is the greatest play in the Super Bowl history. Because
Where were you? Where were you during the Super Bowl 43? Where were you?
I was at my buddy's house in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, home of the Groundhog, because that was my last. That was the last year I ever had season tickets because I could not go. I wasn't allowed to go to AFC Championship games because I'm 0 for 2. So my friends, I wasn't allowed to go. So I watched it. We beat the Jets. I watched it at my buddy's house. And then we watched the Super Bowl there because we all had premonitions if we didn't go somewhere else. That's how it went. Because when Fitzgerald scored that touchdown, I was pacing his living room like I was probably going into convulsions or having a mild stroke. So back then it was like I would get really, really animated. I mean, I don't do so now because
I don't remember where I was, but I must have been at home.
Oh, I remember a lot of stuff. Right, lovely watching Steeler days. I smacked my best man in the nose when I told him Rod Woodson was a better fucking football player than Deion Sanders. He goes, no, he's not. He goes, Bubba, you could punch me in the nose. I said, I'm telling you right now, Brad.
Dang.
Rod Woodson is a better player than Deion, and I punched him right in that blood in his face.
All right, I'll make sure when I meet you to never make one of those bets.
No. I mean, I was in my 20s, but Deion was stylish and flashy, but Rod Woodson was a tackler and was a better ball player. And he played for the Steelers. And then if he would have just been Rod Woodson is the only quarterback, the only player to come back, first player ever to come back in the season with an injury like that, though.
You have to bring up Jerry's comment right in the bottom. Jerry's got a great comment.
Okay.
Great comment. The one down the very bottom.
Okay.
It's great. It's unbelievable.
She's
talking about 6-0 linemen and Washington stacked next to B. Jones, Muth, and Pickens out wide. It's like half the what do you call it? The Georgia Bulldogs.
Jesus. Wow, you got another one.
There's too many comments.
Holy shit. I've never seen this happen before. God bless you guys. I'm going to hire an intern. If my wife would let me hire some college from IUP, I probably would do it. Yeah, he's from PA, isn't he? Yeah. Oh, my dad told me I was lost. Wow. Her songs.
Yeah, that's
the one.
That one there. Yeah. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about that?
I can't wait for 6 Washington stack.
I'm actually keen for that. Keen for the offensive line and the tight ends and everything like that. Like, it's very true. Muth and Pickens out wide. Like, and then hand the ball off to Najee or Warren.
Or do you 6, 7 with the quarterback. Wait, I've got to count them. God damn it!
I think it's like 2 tight ends, receiver.
6. Okay, wait. Offense was Washington stacked next to. So 6 O line, and then you got Muth and Pickens. So that's 8. 9's your quarterback, and if you have Warren and Najee in the backfield.
Or maybe a fullback, but he's like, I think what he's saying too is having O line and maybe an extra O lineman on as like a tight end. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Just be big and strong up front, and have one.
Well, that would be your power. That would be your power. That'd be your just power football. Just.
Yep.
And from what I saw today, the offensive line has a meanness that they haven't had in such a long time.
Yeah, I think it's completely different. Like 2 or 3 years ago,
Yeah.
The O-line's bigger,
Well,
stronger, better. It just
2 years
feels
ago,
better.
if someone messed with the quarterback, besides Pouncey coming in, nobody else would actually defend anybody. That was a couple years ago. Now, even in practice, when they hit Fields, it was like SummerSlam, So they have that tenacity, and that McCormick guy is just a meat grinder, and he was the one that got into it with everybody because he wasn't putting up with no shit.
Yeah,
So that would be power football right there. That would be power football.
Yeah, Roberts came over and smacked Fields and got him, and then they responded.
Right.
But I reckon that comment's a good comment, saying 6 O-linemen.
That is. I like that.
Move.
But that would be in the red zone or in the 10-yard line or something. Or that would be for your, 3rd and 2, your short yardage situation. Who's going to stop that?
Hopefully no one.
And if you put okay. Now we do this. What quarterback would you put in for this system?
Well, I think they're going to go with Wilson at the start. You know what I mean? But
in this setup, though.
Well, I guess I still don't know how they're going to use Fields. I know they want to. They're going to have to probably try and think about it.
He ran tonight. He ran like
he can run. He can run faster, can't he? He runs faster than Wilson. Yeah.
Yes.
And we know that because he's younger as well. So he's going to run faster than Wilson. So maybe you find him a certain role like that.
Can you incorporate Fields into this offensive scheme though? Because realistically, if we do need a short yardage and say Fields busts 25 yards out in this system, that could be something.
Yeah, I reckon they're gonna use him somehow, some way, which I just don't know yet.
Interesting. I never heard anybody say Woodson was better than Deion. Well, dear, you heard it here first, and I'll say that to my grave. Number 26, Rod Woodson was just tremendous. And Rod Woodson played in the mid-'80s when the Steelers were not that good. And he was the only player to come back from an ACL injury in the same year. First player to do that ever. And that was a Super Bowl in Dallas when he shut somebody down and he hit his knee and he was ready to play. And I was there when he blew out his knee because he missed a tackle or Barry Sanders. They played Detroit. And that's when he blew out his knee in the home opener. It's terrible. God, I can't believe I had a lot of concussions, but I still remember a lot of stuff. I don't know about All Pro. He was there tonight too.
I think he'll play. I don't believe the Steelers are going to trade him away. I think he'll play.
Thank you, really.
At some
backup
capacity.
He's backup. I mean, but I also heard that Herbig is going to be starting at center, and I don't know when Zach will be there. And from what I saw tonight, maybe I'm showing favoritism because Shane's a big West Virginia guy. Like I like Frazier. I just liked how he just commanded himself and putting people down on the ground. But I mean, what do I know?
But it might be one of those things too where it's similar to last year where they bleed in the rookie like Joey Porter and like they did with Jones. They very well might do that,
True, yeah.
You know what? And also, if you know what, to be honest, if Nate Herbig plays good football, fuck it, play him. You know what I mean?
If you're playing good, you can't. If you're playing good, you can't put the rookie in.
It's a good thing. Play.
And then he's on standby, and he's just learning. But he was using a lot of that wrestling technique though when he was blocking today, because he seems to get down lower, and he's just lower than Herbig.
To me, it's not a bad thing having the competition where both players are playing good and getting better. So I'm okay with it. But that's why I'm keen for next preseason game to see who comes out where and what.
Well, that line, the offensive line is right here. The defensive line is right here, in my opinion. The defensive line right now, to me, is the weak link in this whole Steelers team. I hate to say this. I just hate to say it. I mean, I agree with
what Efton says. Play whichever one's better. Plays better.
She was about 120 pounds. If she's 120 pounds, she ain't got much. I like him curvy. That's why I married my wife. Thank God she's sleeping. Oh my God. Camp Tuesday. Yeah, I like to. I wish I didn't have to work for a real job.
Yeah,
I wish I could
just go again. See what happens. Go talk 46.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, PFA, he's gonna have the cops after me. And there was people there dressed up in suits, like with blue ties, that were carrying like badges and pistols, and they didn't look like they weren't state police. They were, I don't know if they were undercover or whatever. I don't know. But I mean, there was a lot of. I mean, there's got to be a lot of security at these functions.
Oh yeah,
It was one of my favorite players in the draft. I was happy we took him. He's gonna be a brawler.
Right, yep. I'm gonna share your channel one more time, and I don't know about you, but I might get out of the.
I understand. Yeah, it's almost 2:00 in the morning. I mean, it's like a Friday night. Do you think they'll show Canada in the booth this year? With the
let me share yours. I'll jump out, and I'm gonna jump back in the chat, and you guys can I'll bring everyone over right now.
Here's yours. Here's yours.
No, don't worry about me.
No, here's yours. I have yours on standby. I have a whole bunch of stuff. Here's mine. Right.
So
I got tons of stuff.
Yeah.
Canada. I don't want to see Canada. I don't want to see Canada at all ever again.
So you want to check out Bubba right now? That's a link for his channel, Steelers Dynasty Podcast. I'm gonna jump out, man. It's fun. I'm super tired from work actually. I want to be in the. I'm going to bring the chat now, so I'm going to jump in the chat.
I got it. Well, everybody's. Pepper's in the house. Holy shit! I don't even know she's here yet.
Holy shit, she's fine. All right, man. I'm going to jump off, and I'll be in the chat in like 2 seconds. So,
hey, I appreciate you coming on, brother.
See you all later. See you guys.
I'll get those videos for you. He's about half a second too slow. I'm. And these are all your people. Yep. I agree. Woodson was the man. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Totally. 86. I agree. He was great. I mean, we didn't have good teams back then. I mean, Jesus God Almighty, that Thanksgiving time we lost 45-3 in Detroit was terrible. It's god awful. It'll be interesting to see. Take some pressure off the. Okay. Cleveland. That's funny. I don't know if Mark wants him in Australia. Well, I like what I saw today. I did. I got a little bit of video, and I'm not like an extraordinary video taker on my cell phone, but I got to download all that, and I'll put them into shorts. But I mean, I think he's going to be something. I really do. Give me whatever one plays better. Yep. I think he already said that. I think Mark said that before he left. Can't see him next Friday. Yep. And we could have made him a safety. That's the thing. Really? Oh man, I don't know. I'm okay with Herbig and Frazier. I'll be right behind the bench. Oh, with your mom. Okay, cool. I just want wins. Yeah, I do too, dear. I would like to see a playoff victory. I'd like to see TJ Watt get a playoff victory. And then I'd like to see TJ playing in the AFC Championship game. And then we would go from there. I don't want to go Super Bowl or bust. I used to do that for many, many years. And I had to take detox. The D-line is weak. You're right. And we didn't upgrade. Yep. That's it. That's all we got is Benton. I think Loudermilk won't make the team. And I'm surprised they even signed Martavius Adams. Martavius Adams was getting blown up by Frazier tonight, in my opinion. So was Loudermilk in certain situations tonight. Wow. We need to leap forward. Well, it's going to be the linebackers and the secondary that saves us. I mean, we can't rely on – God bless Cam, but we can't rely on him. The O-line at battle speed, I know. We'll see. We'll see. But how can you have him play? Because he's going to play like 60% because you can't play – there you go. I don't know if that's yours or mine. Pepper, yes, up very, very late. I was going to go to work tomorrow, but I don't think I am. I mean, I I was going to go into work. Yeah. Well, Pepper, you're up late too. Oh, well, that happens. No, thank you. Thanks for coming on, Brian. Thank you so much. Mark's mom made him a sandwich. Yeah, he had a chicken. He had a chicken sandwich. And Christian said he's going to kick his ass in pickleball. I have it. I'm going to try to find it. It's crazy. I'm telling you, as God is my witness. Let me see here. Boop. Oh, man. It's like 8 minutes. I'm going to put them all out. I had a lovely Whopper at Burger King at 11:30 at night and went over to Curve. Yeah, you guys are great, man. I appreciate you guys all popping in, and I know this is, I thank you. Nah, you're the cool one, brother. I appreciate all your people. My people is all sleeping. Back in the day, they could hang. Now they can't even hang. People from Western Pennsylvania can't hang like they used to. Fraser pancakes do sound good, and I've seen a couple of them. 247. Yep. No, it's 151 here. Pamela's pancakes. It all depends, Devil, if it's Pamela Anderson pancakes. I'm all in with the syrup. Oh, God. Australia and weird times are a thing, I guess. I ended my side. Yeah, I'm still going. I'm crazy. I should. Postseason success would sound wonderful. Yes, it would. I noticed. Pepper, we need a number 2 receiver and another solid D line. I'd say really flawed. I'll take a solid D line, and I think a number 2 receiver is injured right now, and I think Wilson will come back in a couple weeks, and I think we're okay. Like Marcus said, we don't need to make a trade because I don't want to trade the farm for any of these other receivers that are out there. If we could get somebody at an economical price without giving up some first-round picks, I'm okay with that. But also, too, maybe there's a diamond in the rough. And, like George Pickens said, it doesn't matter who's on the other side. He's going to get double-teamed anyway, and he's still got, over 1,000 yards. So I'm okay with that, too. Okay. Wow, this is just crazy. Is it possible that a team improves, it doesn't make the playoffs? Yeah. I just want to win. That's it. I've been doing these podcasts for a long, long time. And because I took cable out of my house when we lost to the Cleveland Browns, and I stream everything now. So I was very upset because we weren't supposed to lose that one. But also, too, guys, we weren't supposed to lose against Jacksonville 45-42 either. We weren't supposed to lose at all when we had to kill their bees, but we did, and it kind of sucks. Terrible. I'm judging a horse show tomorrow. Oh, my God. Is it a Clydesdale or what kind of horses? I think they have practice tomorrow. I'm usually up till 1 to 2 a.m. Wow, okay. It's getting hard. Did Fraser pancake? I think it was Mark. I think it was Adams. If it was one of them, I mean, they would go off and on. Herbig would go in on a set, and then Frazier would go in. They would go in and out. They would only do one play at a time. That was it, and they would just trade off. Oh my God, I can't keep up. What should folks say? Well, you got to have consecutive wins. You got to get into playoffs. 9-8, over 10 wins. I know I'm going to have a pick game because I usually do a season where I pick the games. And I know last year I picked them 12-5, and I hate going against the Steelers, so it's very, very hard for me. But we'll do I call it a mega cast, where I used to have Steelers Realm podcast, which is a local podcast, come on. But this year I got so many people to come on. We'll see who I bring on. And, we'll do that. Like, stuff like that. Wow. Pamela Anderson tonight. I always, God bless her. Tommy Lee had, that was a shame that they got that video stolen out of their house. I agree. We're good at receiver. Favorite player you saw at camp this year? Number 46. Because if anybody could let me do what I was doing, well, actually, the favorite is the punter. He was good too, Johnson. Special teams. I'm all about special teams right now. I mean, of course, Najee, TJ Watt. I mean, but I wanted to see Corey Trice, and I didn't put special binoculars on him. It's county fair. Oh, okay. We are privileged. Yeah. But also too, flawed if we lived in the 40s and 50s. It took the Steelers 42 years to win a playoff game. Because you imagine living in Western Pennsylvania? I don't know where you're from, dear, but living in Western Pennsylvania and not winning nothing for 42 years. I mean, it's kind of like being a Pirate fan because, the Pirates ain't been anywhere since they lost in 92 with Sid Bream coming around third and crushed the hopes and prayers of all us Pirate fans. But, thank God we had the Pens. And thank God we had the Steelers at that time, at least winning 2 Super Bowls in the gap from the 70s to, Big Ben won 2. So I'm happy with that. Yes, that haunts me too. We offensively were so good that with those guys. Ben threw back-to-back, I think, was it back-to-back 500-yard games that one year? He beat the Colts so goddamn bad. They were shoeless. It's terrible. Here we go, 46. I got Bill Burr. He looks like Bill Burr, and like I said last Sunday, I didn't know he was Australian. I really didn't know. Christian's going to hate my guts. Every time he sees me, he's going to be like calling the state police and security. How many years did it take for the Bengals to win a Super Bowl? Well, it's going to take the rest of our lives because, look, I'll say it. There's nothing in Ohio that's any good except for the Football Hall of Fame and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The whole state of Ohio sucks. Cincinnati, Cleveland. I've wrestled in Cleveland. It's a fucking cesspool. St. Michael's Hall, terrible. They used to boo me when I used to go out in a Greg Lloyd jersey. It was terrible. I just want to see, yes. I just want to see total domination. The time when the Cleveland Browns came back and we beat them 43-0. Yeah, well, I hate Ohio. I don't like Baltimore either. I hate the Ravens. I hate Cleveland. I hate Cincinnati. I hate the Patriots. But also too, I don't care about any other team except for these guys. It's all about the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's probably why I'm a Yinzer. He doesn't. He can't stand him. I hated Tom Brady until the Tom Brady Netflix roast. I could not stand Tom Brady until Brady roasted himself. And I'm glad that he retired. And I can't believe that we couldn't beat him. And I couldn't believe that we couldn't beat the New England Patriots because I've been to 2 AFC championship games. I am 0 for 2. I was at the game when the Houston Texans beat us when we had 357 yards of total offense, and Tommy Maddox threw 2 picks, I think a fumble, and they scored 3 touchdowns off of us. They didn't do anything offensively. Every time I painted my face, we lost. It was terrible. Terrible. I'm bringing back old. I'm going to have to get a voodoo doll. Oh, I'm never going to a Cowboys podcast. There's no way. Jerry Jones is the epitome of stupidity. And by the time they ever win a playoff game, I'll be dead, John. And I would like to see him win a playoff game. You know why? I'd like to see us one more time get revenge. And if Neil O'Donnell would have threw the streak, instead of throwing that ball to Larry Brown, it would have been a little different. But also, too, in that first half, you can't go down to the defending champs, by 10 points. You cannot do that. And that's when they put Sanders as an offensive receiver, and Troy Aikman was throwing to Jay Novacek, and the Steeler defense was on its heels at that time in that first quarter. But Yancey Pigpen, remember him? Good old Yancey. It was 10-7 going into half. And then that onside kick with Deion Figures recovering, which now will never, ever happen until the fourth quarter. That's pretty bad. I can remember all that stuff. Jesus, God almighty. Can't stand them. We have a Bengal suck emoji on our channel, over on our channel. I don't like anything from Ohio. I'm good. I don't even like Geauga Lake. I'm good. Well, you know why, Devil? Kill Tony destroyed him. He wasn't happy with Kill Tony's roast. But, I'm glad he got roasted. But I it's been 58 years, 0 Super Bowls. Man, I think they're, and I like his blonde haircut. He looks like Eminem or Vanilla Ice. Jones is a genius at fleecing the fans. Yeah, they have a great stadium, but they don't have a great talent in that stadium. Losers. It was the first one I made. Well, you're pretty good at making stuff. Plus, you got your countdown stuff, too, with your videos and your Gladiator theme song. It's in Steelers Hooly Dooly. Couldn't. I feel it hip. She's from Ohio. Oh, you know what I like from Ohio? Big Ben. Big Ben's from Ohio. Big Ben, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and Canton. That's 3. That's it. I'm good. I would take Burrows if he's. Well, Justin Fields, because he played for Ohio, but he's not originally from Ohio. I don't think he is. TJ Watt is direct this year. I've got a big video in the works. Are you doing that now while you're eating a sandwich? He's got a great, yeah. I'm gonna get a band to do something for me, I think. I know some people in the music industry. I'm gonna get somebody to play like original Renegade or the Steeler Polka from the 70s. Mark's gonna get well, he's gonna get defensive player of the pickleball league. I'm telling you, I gotta get that video out. He's from Atlanta. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know where everybody's at. Isn't that Arthur Moats? I don't know. Moats could have a better podcast, though. Oh, okay. Well, I'll give you a couple. How about, like I said, my tortoise is downstairs. Oh, I think I'm caught up. Woo! Damn, that's a lot. I still got 9 people at 2:30. Holy shit. Wow. This is crazy. I'm going to have to download. I got like 15 videos to download. Is that the name of your dog? People are like, what are you doing, Bubba? Thank you, Joseph. Joseph OG, big Steelers organization. Hey, thanks, brother. Thanks for coming on. I'm going to get out of here too pretty soon too. Now, and I appreciate you guys all coming in. All you guys from Mark's stuff, I appreciate it. I totally do. Like I said, I'm happy that we got 100, myself and Shane, but we're working hard. So we're going to go to like 150 and then 150, 200. And I'm just going to keep moseying along. I mean, I got damn near 3,000 people on my Facebook. You figure all these Steeler fans would jump across, but I think a lot of people on my Facebook have a low attention span or short-term memories or something. I don't know. So, but I want to subscribe to your show for you coming on. So, I mean, I always like to, hear other podcasts.
Well, thanks, Devil. I mean, I try. I mean, my other podcast got like, 1,100 people. I'm just working, I'm just working. Well, it's a big year. It's 18 weeks. Well, this off season was very, very busy. I mean, there's no time off. I think doing Steeler season or any type of, I don't take time off on podcasts. I know a lot of Steeler podcasts do, and a lot of other podcasters are actually professionals. I never considered myself professional. You're getting the honest truth, and I don't have a degree in communications. I try to be as authentic as I can be. And I try to do a little bit more graphics and a lot of other stuff. And I mean, I just did a commercial last night for my wrestling. So I'm trying to do a lot of stuff with Canva, and I'm just trying to spread the word. I mean, I just try to help everybody out in all type of podcasting communities. I do interviews on my experience show, and I'm hoping by the grace of God, we can get some Steelers on this show. I mean, I've had Cordell Stewart on my other show. But with the Steeler name, what do you Google for it? Boom, Steelers comes up, Steelers. And I mean, this is a hard, podcasting's not easy. Everybody's doing it, and everybody has their own niche, I guess. I mean, I wish I could do this every day. Yeah, Drake or Derek or something. I used to see him anymore. I don't see him doing stuff anymore. Oh, really? Well, maybe I might do this late. I mean, I really can't do it like late, like this, because I really, if I had to go to work, I'd be have to getting up at 5:30 in the morning to go to work. But I don't think I'm working overtime tomorrow because it's my weekend off in my shoot job, because I work for the Commonwealth, and I wish I was doing this. And, it is what it is. He hates me, dude. I'm telling you. He got out of his seat, man. And they were laughing. I know they were laughing at me. And, I'm going to put that down. And it's going to be everybody, all that stuff I did tonight on Friday Night Lights at Latrobe will be on shorts on my YouTube channel. I didn't watch any game last night. I was doing a SummerSlam pay-per-view pick show on my other podcast. I've been trying new techniques for new merchandise. What kind of merchandise, Pepper? Beer koozies is always good. Always good. Yeah. I appreciate getting to Thank you. Thanks, Tom. Thank you. I appreciate it. Like, we'll be back. I'll be back on Wednesday with Shane, the special field correspondent. And then me and Shane and then Mark's we're going to do a live. And I'm going to promote the Dickens out of that and try to get a lot of people from Western Pennsylvania, because a lot of people in my crew, they're all sleeping right now. But I try to promote and try to do whatever. So I'm trying to incorporate the two podcasts, the wrestling, and just try to be a whole brand kind of thing with the experience brand. I mean, that's why the 3Bs, it was my wrestling name. So, I'm just trying to use that, and I try to be as entertaining as I can be with the ability that I can, and go from there. Well, thank you. Well, I mean, I just try to help. I really do. Like, I got a phone call today, which is a different story, off topic. There's a huge wrestling cancer show. I know there's not some wrestling fans locally on this show, which they're on the other one. But I got a call today. I got a message from somebody who's like, "Hey, Bubba, can you get a hold of your doctor for us? There's a big show in Uniontown, Pennsylvania for cancer, Stomp Cancer." And a lot of wrestlers are coming and donating their time for a big, huge charity to stomp out cancer. And the doctor, I guess, was being a prick. So I was like, give me a second. I'll see what I can do. So today I made some, I sent a text message out to my doctor and asked if she would actually do this show. And she said, yeah. And I'm just trying to help out because in the state of Pennsylvania, if you don't have a doctor, you can't have a wrestling show because the state, everything has to be licensed and stuff. So I'm so glad that I can help out and get these guys a doctor for this big, huge charity show for cancer. So, but there's a lot of politics in professional wrestling, guys. There's not as much politics in Steeler football when you're doing podcasts. So, but I try to help everybody out, and I don't think I'm any better than anybody else. But I think helping people out is a good thing. So I'm glad that I could help them guys out today, and I appreciate it, Mark, for for the being honest. And plus I like to entertain people, and I like to try to get stuff for people, and trying to get Mark some videos was pretty cool, I thought. I mean, Omar Khan giving a shout out and stuff like that, and because he can't come over here and get that opportunity because it costs super big. Now when he comes over in a couple of years, or when he comes over for camp, that's a little different. But also too, if you can't do it, I live 45 minutes away. If I can go to camp and try to get him, a shout out for his show, I mean, I'd be more than happy to do that. So bottle koozies is good too. Bottle koozies. I do all that. Shirts, keychains. Oh, what here's, shirts are good, and coming up with shirt slogans are great, because at my wrestling show on August 24th at the Castle in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, we are having shirts printed right there, hot off the press. Boom. My shirts are actually pretty good. My shirts at one time, Pepper, were banned from high schools and elementary schools in Indiana, Pennsylvania, because Brewer is my real last name. So I would put Brew Crew on the front, and on the back of my shirts was, I'm here to drink beer and beat people up. Bad Bubba Brewer. Those were my t-shirts. Sold like hotcakes. 8x10s. I always wanted, I tried to do action figures, but that didn't work out. That costs money. But koozies, these hats, Shane got these hats. I'm going to start trying to get some of these, and some shirts, and come up with some cool designs. And my sister does the koozies and beer coasters. I have some experienced beer coasters downstairs at the bar with the triple B. My bar downstairs is called the Triple B bar. I have a bar that seats 10 people, and I've had 50 people downstairs in my bar. So, oh my God, I'm trying to get caught up here. I was talking. Sorry. Well, the condoms, I don't know, John. You know what? Black and gold condoms are pretty good. That would be pretty good. Only glow in the dark ones. Oh, Jesus, that's funny. That's funny. Oh, God. Need me? I wasn't hired for my desk. Yeah. Well, he could fit in a t-shirt too, man. Lloyd was he was something. He was something. So, oh my God, it's Jesus Christ. You guys are great, man. I know my voice is a little scratchy because I was screaming at like Christian cunts on the bus. I got to find it. It's 8 minutes. 8 minutes when all those guys are coming off the field. I took a video as they were coming off, trying to get whatever I could, trying to get any type of reaction. And you have to think quick and fast. Tomlin went by, Najee, Jalen Warren, like Cam Hayward twice, TJ Watt. Like I was screaming like I was a little kid in the candy store. So I will definitely get that up. I have a lot of short videos that I'm going to put up because I might as well just do that after this. And when they call me to go to work, not answer the phone. And then just say hell with it. I got a whole bunch of stuff. I got to put up wrestling posters in the Ligonier, Pennsylvania and Johnstown area. So Yeah, I'm gonna do that. HR naughty list. I'm not even allowed any HR in my department. I'm not even allowed. If I ever get in trouble with disciplinary actions, I'm not even allowed where I have to stay home. They don't like me. I'm too opinionated. Yeah. Yep. So, well, I think I'm gonna. God, it's 2:14 a.m. Steeler time. Wow. I just wanted to do this right after Friday Night Lights and come on and shoot the shit. And I am so glad that everybody jumped on, and I appreciate everybody for their comments. And like I said, Flawless, I'm going to subscribe to your channel. Thank you so much. Oh, well, God bless you. But like I said, I'll be back. Who knows? I might do some short videos because that adds up the stuff too. I'm so happy we got 100. I'm going to try to go for 50 more and just keep trickulating and doing whatever I can do. No time too late. And I'm going live. Yes, live for the Texans Steeler game with some Iron City or Icy Light. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey guys, I will see you. And once again, a big shout out to this guy right here, Steelers Nation Australia. Hey Mark, I appreciate everything you've done. Your people is my people. We're all together in this. 18 weeks of regular season craziness. Get ready. Plus 3 weeks of preseason, plus 4 weeks of playoffs. So we're looking till March, and then we'll start it all over again. There's no off season for this. None at all. None. Slow and steady. It took me 30 years to marry my wife. So, Flawed, I feel you about slow and steady. 30 years. Because she didn't know I would keep my mouth shut. I've had her on here. I never had her on here. But my wife is a Steeler fan. But we'd argue about Big Ben. But I still married her. Terry Bong Show. Yes. I need to come on rolling up a joint. Boy, that'd be or a drunk on wine. When a wine drunk is something. Night all. Thanks, Pepper. Hey, good night, everybody. I'll see you. I'm just gonna, I'll end it casual. But thank you. I appreciate you guys all for tuning in at 2:17 in the morning. I'm going to go get some videos out so I can post them. And, I do like wine. I can, or Captain Morgan or whatever, I can do whatever. Hey, I'll see you guys all. You guys have a great weekend, and you never know when I'm popping on because I do appreciate the Steeler love. Steeler Dynasty Podcast, Steelers Nation Australia, 2 podcasts. That's a mega cast right there. We just did a mega cast. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you. And you guys don't want me drunk because I'll never shut up. And I won't. But hey, thank you guys. Have a great night, and I will see you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you. Good night.